Hi, welcome to the new editor for Driveit that we will be implementing into Internet Explorer. This will be the editor that is used currently in Mozilla Firefox and Safari. So Driveit software that you will log into on a regular basis is going to be the same as you've always seen. When we log in and make edits to a page or a Driveit message, when we go into the Easy Edit function, we'll be clicking on Easy Edit as always. This will pop up our editor window, which will now be changed to this style of an editor. There's a couple differences from this editor and the old legacy editor that was used in Internet Explorer. For example, these styles are now laid out in this area here. So we're seeing that we have a couple different styles that can be used. These aren't recommended styles for formatting your text. For example, if we were making this text as a heading or wanted to make it a larger size, we would be using the format feature. So from here we can set, if it's a normal format, different size headings which are formatted for your specific account, font, and different sizes. The text colors, layout slightly different than the past editor. We have our basic layout of colors, and then we also have a wider selection of colors in this menu here. The links and images are slightly different. So for links, we have an intermediary page where we can directly type in the URL of a link that we'd be linking to. We also have a drop-down menu here, so we can link to anchors in the text. So for example, we would have a table of contents at the top of our message, and we could have multiple items there, and then we would specify those as an anchor, and then we could link to that anchor, and we would pick from a drop-down menu. We can also set up a send to email, so when someone clicks on your email address, and it would open up their email applications such as Outlook. So we can type in an email address. If we'd like to put in a subject and a message in the body for that to show up, we can do that. Otherwise, for specifying a link, we would click on Browse Server. This will bring us to the page that we would have normally seen in the past using Internet Explorer, where we can link to set up bookmarks. We can link to messages that have been created in Driveit, Driveit pages if your website is hosted by us, products, events, surveys, generators, documents. So if we're linking to PDF or Word documents, and then we also have external links, which would be the same as typing in the direct URL. These are pre-specified URLs that have been saved in Driveit, and then we also have the mail to feature as well. Similarly to creating a link, the image feature is slightly different. So we'd click on the same icon. From here, if we're linking to a direct URL of an image, we can do that. If not, we're clicking on Browse Server. This will take us directly to our graphics library. From here, we can navigate to the image that we're looking to insert. Click on that image. That image will then be displayed in our preview window here. For an example, I will resize this so that we can see how we can format that next to the text. So we can change our alignment within that for that image. So whether it's left or right, top or bottom, we can add borders to that image, and we can add white space to separate that image from the text. We can also specify a link for that image directly in this window, or we can highlight that image and create a link like we would for text. The table feature is slightly different as well. So we would click on the table button. This will bring up a window where we specify the number of rows, the number of columns, the size of the table that we want, whether it's a specified width, or we can set it to 100%, and that would fill up the whole the constraints of that message. We can specify if we want a border or not, and then cell spacing between each cell. We can also set the alignment down here in the drop down. And then once we're into the table, we can manipulate our text, add images. If we need to make any edits to that table, we can right click or option click. And then from there, we can insert cells, we can insert rows, we can see the cell properties. So if we're looking to specify a alignment of the text or images inside of that cell, the background color, the border color, the height, and then the same for if we'd like to make changes to the table. So we can make edits in here as well. Once we're finished making our edits, we can now click on the Save button. Alternatively, we would have clicked on Save and Preview. So now when we click on Save, anything that is in our message will now be saved and will be previewed in our display area. If you have any further questions, please refer back to the email, and you can contact Tyler Boschman at his contact details mentioned there. Otherwise, we hope that you enjoy the new editor that has been installed for Internet Explorer and that you have a great experience with it. Thank you.